Facing off for just the sixth time, Detroit plays host to Baltimore in Week 3. The Lions attempt to defeat the Ravens for just the second time, right here on EA Sports.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have two aside here in this first quarter. Now Goff on first down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there. First down to set him back on second.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Throwing on third. Goff. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He's got a first down past the 30. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Flushed out right. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They go play action now. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards on the game there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Williams going to sit on touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Play action. It's gone. His throw incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They go jet sweep here with Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Well, this defense for the Ravens, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Patrick Queen able to record his 5th sack of the season. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the first quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And throwing here to start the drive as they... He's out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here, this deep in their own territory.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Jackson. Deep ball for Goodwin. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Lions nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. Twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Goff. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the first, and he's going to go down again. They'll wind up sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe because of that, you start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
Eluding the pressure right. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Jared Goff and the rest of the Lions offense set to go to work once more.
In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. Off play action. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Play action. It's Jackson.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A minute 52 to play until halftime.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Jackson. The quick slant caught.
touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing again is gone. He'll drop this one off to Swift. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Gone. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they knock that deficit down from 29 to 26. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why, looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. 1st down and more for Jackson. And he's got some space here. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A big play there on the scramble. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space. And we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. To throw is Jackson. The quick slant caught. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And quickly they get to the line.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Lions' 1-yard line.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. An option handoff here to Dobbins. Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Here's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Mike 6. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Goff now looking to throw. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. In to make the stop, Patrick Queen, the linebacker, the Ravens' leading tackler in 2020.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
T.J. Hockenson came into the NFL with big expectations. His big strides, they came in year 2 when his receptions jumped from 32 as a rookie to 67.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Odafe Oweh just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove down.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Oweh able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Goff now to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Lions on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Odafe Oweh able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Prochet on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson eluding the pressure right. 1st down and more for Jackson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Let's go, baby.
Well, another fine run right there from Lamar Jackson. And, CD, that one puts him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise? Well, Lamar Jackson, that's part of the package as well. He'll have as many 100-yard games in a season as the top running backs in the league.
And a Raven first down.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead. This is when Lamar got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base,
and he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Odafe Owe in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Hey, check Mike 6.
To try again after the sack. Goff. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and a mile. And Shark calls it in. And running with power here. 30. 10. 5. Touchdown. Detroit. DJ Chark. 88 yards. And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Ravens ready to take over. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake. Jackson. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
and now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Goff now looks to throw. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey,
To the air again. Goff. He'll get this off to Swift. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And a fresh start for DeAndre Swift and his teammates with this brand new coaching staff. And they believe he can be a 3-down back. They want to get him in space against linebackers. 46 catches his rookie year. They expect that number to get into the 60s.
That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On the slant, this is Chark. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Boy, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. Goff throwing complete for Swift. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Back to throw, Goff. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Open space inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point by Seibert, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of